not only bigger, but also better, at least in terms of optics. Both iPhone 6 and 6 Plus have some pretty significant updates when it comes to image capture ability. Let's walk through some of the differences. Now, both cameras have an 8-megapixel sensor that's on the back of the phone. And it actually protrudes from the body of the phone now, which is a little bit disappointing for some design purists out there, but it does give a little bit more room for better optical quality inside. Major difference between the two, both 8 megapixels, but only the iPhone 6 Plus has optical image stabilization, whereas on the 6, it has only digital image stabilization. In our testing in low-light photography, we did see that the 6 Plus was able to take better pictures in low light because of this. Exposure times were able to be a little bit slower. That meant that ISOs could be a little bit lower, and that meant less film grain, a little bit better quality, and overall better image quality in low light. But if you're out there shooting a well-lit scenario, we really couldn't see the difference between the two. In terms of video capture, we had really good stabilization on both. In fact, video capture is impressive on both of these devices. Apple has new digital image stabilization for video recording that looks fantastic on both of these. Now, the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus can both record at 1080p 60 frames per second by the phone, so you get a much clearer field of view. But if you don't like the 60 frames per second, you can turn that down to 30 frames per second if you prefer. If you want super slow-mo, you can now go up to 240 frames per second and get some super extreme action, all slowed down to share with your friends. The front of the device, we've got FaceTime cameras on both, with now an f2.2 aperture. This gives you more light into the